This is the Argus DC2200 series digital video camera, and actually digital camera in general. It doesn't shoot video, but it's an interesting look back at the early ages of Argus, which is a camera brand name that we've come to know through a lot of mini products like the Argus Bean Sprout, which is a very cute mini camera that's weatherproof. It hooks up to any little backpack and you're ready to go. This is one of their earliest models. The DC2200 series is only a VGA quality camera. It's nothing, it doesn't even go up to around 1.3 megapixels, so you're going to expect really low resolutions. But the selling point even for this camera way back in the 2000s was its price. It's really inexpensive. In today's standards, it's something you can just pick up if you look around for very less. It's interesting because it has a few features that are still pretty nice. For example, in addition to having this VGA camera lens, it has this USB via FireWire to connect to your computer, and it also has a TV output, which is interesting, directly from the unit itself. Hooks up to an RCA connection or a serial port on your TV, and you're ready to view images on a large screen. In addition, it has a CF or a compact flash card slot on the bottom of the product. Now, compact flash cards has been long extinct. They're like mini floppies, which are tiny, easy to break, but this does have an expansion ability, even though it does have a lot of built-in memory. Well, not a lot, but for the resolution, it does shoot quite a lot of memory, and then you can just load it without actually having to purchase a very large capacity card, if you might say, because CF cards are pretty expensive. Interesting how it's not an SD card. It shows that this was way back then. Another interesting aspect of this look back was, of course, how large cameras were back then. We can't compare it to today's standards, but it does have a lot of more plastic build. Overall, though, it doesn't feel too shabby in the hand. We do have a bright LED flash on the top, in addition to a viewfinder, a traditional viewfinder. And, of course, we have the VGA camera lens, which can zoom in through its own little system. It doesn't have too much, you can't really zoom in or zoom out, but it does focus on itself, so it's fixed focus. Another special feature is actually a self-portrait mirror. I don't know if you can see this, but this is a very interesting design. We see this a lot on a lot of cell phone cameras, but this is a large-scale self-portrait mirror. It's really large. If we take something like a pencil and compare it, we're talking about the entire width of the pencil is this huge self-portrait style thing that you can really see yourself in. So if you're taking self-shots like so, then it's great for doing that. It's a unique feature, certainly. The battery compartment is located on the front of the camera, which is also pretty interesting. It takes 3 AAA batteries, which is a little bit too much, but the battery actually lasts surprisingly, it's not surprisingly bad. Some cameras in the early ages were terrible battery life where you take 3 shots and the battery is completely drained. This one's actually okay, it's not that bad. If you hook it up to your computer, load images, and take more shots, it will last you for a few runs. And it's actually pretty average battery life, even in today's standards, which is something of an interesting aspect. In addition to FireWire and TV out, we also have a lanyard cord. The shutter button on the top is a fixed shutter, so there is no focus, as you might expect. And on the back, we have a very large viewfinder, which does things quite well. In addition, we do have the basic LCD that tells us what we are doing. If we power this product on, it will basically tell us how much shots we've taken, how much we have left, our camera resolution. This is our memory, and we still have quite a lot of memory to go. Right now, I have 1 picture taken on here, so I can take more. Pressing mode will lead me through the different settings. If I want to take flash on and off, if I want to delete images, if I want to use fine, or if I want to use even lower resolution, and I can select things and go through that cycle. There's also a tripod stand on the back of the product. So if we take something like a pencil and we want to take an image, the first thing you notice is how long it takes to actually take a picture. It takes like 10 seconds for the camera to actually finish taking the picture, so you can't really shake your hands. You have to stay there, and then you have to wait until the screen finishes by signal until you can move it away and take another shot, which was something of a disappointment even when this camera came out way back then. Another feature was that even if you use flash, the flash was actually pretty bright, but then that took even longer for the flash to reload and for the picture to finish taking, so this is just a really low response time product. But once we loaded the pictures out of the camera, either by USB or just a CF card reader on our computer, it was actually surprisingly not that bad. VGA quality is VGA quality, as you might expect. but the images are certainly a lot better than what you get out of the VGA quality of, say, a Motorola Razr or something of a camera phone. The quality in the lens is still a standalone camera, so at the worst, it still is a lot better than what you might expect from something you get out of your cell phone quality. So for that, that is commendable. And this was just the early day of Argus, which we see now as a pretty nice brand name for making cases, for making cameras. So back then, this was one of their earliest products. It was something of a disappointment when it first came out, but it's just interesting to look how far we've advanced in terms of this company as well as in camera technology in general. Thanks for watching. Here is OS and VTXReviews.com. Please check out our full review on this product on our website.